don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours. I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours.
All right. Once again, there was a lot of technical difficulties, blah, blah, blah. That's that. So, drawing Hackamania, I will be drawing a choice characters, time permitting. And that's the deal. That's what I'll do. So, went there, had a great time. The shows were excellent. It was just fun all around. And, of course, very strange and bizarre at moments. Surreal, be the nice way to put it. Some great, even science in the form of Melton and Dr. Steve. He had a scientific expert on the subject matter. Excellent work. And all that. And I think that's already available at Nobody Likes Onions, so there you go. I think Who Are These Podcasts have already put theirs out, and that was a great one. I don't know about Creep Off, but that was, fascinating as always. That's what monsters do. The subject matter of Creep Off was there. And the grand finale that Rocco did was a masterpiece. That was quite the spectacular send-off for that. Surprisingly enough, there was a bit of an epilogue afterwards where individual streamers, if they wanted to, could come up and talk about whatever they wanted, and a couple did. Almost did it myself, but I was bummed out, and I'll explain that in a bit. But nevertheless, you did that, and yet, yes, there was a little epilogue concerning Granny there, and just when you thought, well, it's all over, and it's time to go to bed and get ready to go home in the morning and all that. No, there was a little bit more. So it was a great show. Tough to top last year's with the big takedown of The Toe. There was a little epilogue for The Toe, confirming one thing. The fascinating thing about Steel Toe is every rumor about this man turns out to be true. I mean, at this point, I can't think of anything that isn't. And that's always been the approach. No, come on, that stuff, that's a bit overblown. And it is, oh, God, it's true. And it just keeps happening. So there you go. But follow up to that. But this was a great show. Patrick Melton should be very proud of what he did, especially since he was in a lot of pain. He's got this back problem, hurting him, and hopefully that all works out and he gets well soon. But he showed up. He did the job, and I was very pleased with everything that happened. Now, I was bummed out because I intended to give out drawings. I managed to catch up with Moody, and I gave him a bunch of drawings. I meant to give one to Melton, but I don't know. I didn't, and I apologize. Maybe they can work it out. But I gave a couple to Moody. It was great meeting him. Always impressed with Super Tip and everything and all the work. And I could see him working a lot on this show. He was darting around all over the place, making sure everything, worked out and all that. But the other people and different fans and stuff around, I just said, hey, here you can have one of these, and and I didn't charge anything. One guy insisted on paying me, and I said, all right. And then he was talking about that was pumpkin spiced heroin. So ended up gambling it at one because he was talking about. I think he won $400 on it. So then I said, all right, let's see what happens. He said, okay, and he brought me to the machine that did it. And of course I lost. So, but how could I have it any other way? So, so I had a bunch of drawings. I wanted to give one to Kumia. I got to talk briefly, met him, and it was nice and everything. But everybody was swarming him for selfies and stuff. Selfies is something I just, for whatever reason, it's not like I'm against it or anything. I don't know. I never think of it. It's like minutes later, oh, I should have got a picture with Anthony. Stupid Doug. I barely got any pictures of Vegas. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I ought to go take pictures of Fremont and all that, which I did. Not a lot, though. I thought when I looked back in my phone, and I'm like, man, I didn't do anything. And I just walked through, whatever. So I didn't do it. So anyway, I got pictures, but just not a lot. And, so people got pictures of me, though. You would think it would dawn on me that I should be doing the same thing, but I didn't. So, and I didn't get I had two pictures that were ones that I had done for his show, at the end credits, those images, and these were cartoons I had done, but I had the originals, and I was going to give him those, but didn't get an opportunity. So later on, I had some. Well, I'm at least going to. I actually had some for Carl. I didn't get it to him. Now I'm getting depressed. But anyway, went in there with him, had him in my folder, and I was sitting there, and I got a little table that someone else had been there, and there was these beer bottles there, and I kind of moved them over. They were empty, I thought, and then I sat there, my folder, and then a couple of guys came by, Mr. Nailsin, Doug, and all this stuff, and hi, and that kind of thing. And then they were talking, and I don't know who did what. It was an accident, but one of the bottles knocked over and dumped all over the folder. It still smells like beer. And it's not that they were totally destroyed, but it's just, I wasn't going to give these wrinkled papers with beer stains to anybody. So a couple of the old originals. Yeah. I mean, I'd all, those were done and colored and everything on Photoshop and stuff, but the actual original drawing. Yeah. So I was like, damn it. I could never win. It's just like at the machine there. I could win. So it's like, without drawings, what have I got? Nothing. That's what. So, and of course I was tired, like, again, the lack of sleep and stuff. But at least Rocco cheered me up with his show. That was really spectacular, to say the least. And so ultimately I went back to my room and drew some of the images that I did that was inspired by the shows that we watched, and especially got 2 new drawings of Steel Toe. 4 altogether, because the first 2, they're ruined, so just had to redo them, and gave those to Moody and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess it worked out that way, but and the thing of it is, the bottles were there. I should have. I don't know. I just moved them aside. And they were empty, but I guess there was one that wasn't. And boy, it was almost full. That was a lot of beer. And So I don't know. I guess I should have thought more carefully or where I put the folder. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, these things happen. So, all right. So that's what I did. So I guess I'm going to start trying to draw Rocco with Tukey and little KB. Little KB showed up with some other, I think, are brand new puppets showed up for the show, and I was like, wow, this is spectacular. Like I said, yeah, that's putting it mildly for the performance. So I won't spoil everything, but nevertheless, there you go. That's what was there. So I guess I'll start with that. Saint Ranger says, ask for a copy from the pictures others took from you. They didn't take it. I gave it to him. Saint Ranger, Doug should have had a GoPro he wore at hashtag a name tag that had his name and also said smile. Well, I didn't. I guess I should have thought of that. But, you know, I'm not as smart as I pretend to be. Yeah, I'm just another poser. Sad, isn't it? I'd say it is. All right, so let me get to the drawings. I'll go ahead and take me out of the frame here so you can get the full view of the drawing board. Yeah, oh, the microphones. Yeah, I don't know why I put those there. Oh, because my jacket is coming in and out. It's not fully there. So now let's just take the whole thing out. And I'll have to move the mic over a bit. That means I won't be in full sound, but we'll have to make do with the best we can. So let's see here. I was thinking of like images of old Spider-Man and stuff where Peter Parker had his mask sort of pulled over his head. So I was thinking of the El Horrible mask for Rocco being on the top of his head. So I'll put him, we'll get his head here, we'll get the basics. We'll put his arm there and there. I guess Tukey we will put here. Oh, thank you, Saint Ranger. Yeah, the extra microphones do come in handy. They do cover up a lot. Yeah, so boy, I keep making Tukey like a complete circle. He really isn't. But there we go. Maybe have his little hand here. I got to shake Tukey's hand. Yeah, I did. I think that was like the first day I walked in, looked around the showroom and everything, which was great. I mean, hogs and heifers, you're stupid. You know, you missed out on hosting a great show, you know, or housing, however you put it. No, the showroom was excellent. I was like, are we really respectable enough to be in a nice place like this? And of course, none of us are. You know, maybe Haley. She's nice. Got to meet Haley too. That was nice. Met her husband, and it was all really cool and great. That's another thing. I drew a portrait of them. It got ruined by the beer. I didn't catch up with them by the end though, so I probably wouldn't have been able to give it to them. But yeah. So what are you gonna do? Well, I felt bad about it. That's all, and I still do. So, and that's all you can do. So here we'll get in Tukey's eyes. There we go. The nose, the mouth. Yay! And there he is. All right, that'll be the start. Okay. It's like that El Horrible mask, which I've drawn a couple of times. So, but I'm going to have to look it up. Damn it. I knew I was going to forget. and but I can do Rocco here. And keep in mind, this is Caretaker and Mad Magazine style. No, not that, not that. I'm trying to look for my folders. Oh boy. Do it like that. Oh yeah, of course he has ears, so I'm going to have to put that in there and factor that in to the mask. And I didn't get to shake little KB's hand, you know. But even little KB, excellent performance at the festivities of Hackamania 3. I guess I go to my Hackamania folder. Sure, why not? Where is my images of El Horrible? Well, there's my drawing. What the hell? Where did it go? Is it in the other folder? It could be. I'll move my hand like I'm actually doing something, so it looks like I'm actually doing a show. You know? Yeah, he's doing something. All right, I guess I got to go with my drawing. Jeez, what the hell? Where's all my stuff? Did I just purge everything and then forget about it as if I purged it in my own head? That's disgusting. I should be ashamed. And I am. All right. Something like this. We'll just pretend I know what I'm doing. Like that. There we go. And that's it. And there we are. A little bit of the brow there. We'll put something there where the nose would be, but the mask is pulled up, and that's going to be all right. And we'll do a little bit of this and that, and then we'll get that in there, and this piece there, and enjoy your flight. Thank you for flying Nailsin Airlines. Oh yeah, there's a mohawk thing in there. Yeah. All right, there we go. Of course, he usually has a mustache, but he was clean shaven at the show, so yeah. Of course, he might be one of those guys who just grows it back overnight, so he probably already has it again. I don't know. Some people can do that, you know. It's like fast. It's like, I wonder, they got to like shave twice a day or something if they want to be clean shaven and all. Yeah, it's something. It happens. So I'll probably just add the mustache anyway because, you know, I'm lazy and I can't really capture the essence. Jeez, what the hell did I do with my images? This is very sparse. Man, boy, am I truly able to purge my own brain to where I, you know, sometimes, you know, I used to do this all the time. I'd go through a mood and decide, these drawings suck. Nothing I do is good. I'm no good. I'm no artist. And the piles of drawings and stuff that cease to exist, all because of stupid Mr. Nailsin's meltdown, whining about things no one gives a damn about, and all that, you know. It's sad, but true. And that's the worst part about it. Any aspect of sadness that turns out to be true, well, the truth is always going to be the worst part about it. Because if it wasn't true, then you can relax and never mind. But, you know. And in that case, well, the selective amnesia would come in handy. You know, you can probably get over feeling rotten about stuff that you probably should feel rotten about. That's the conundrum. All right, well, let me see my my drive folder. Melton sent me a lot of stuff when I did that poster last year. and it should have been in there. I mean, it should have been in my own, and I'm pretty sure it was. But what did I do? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, there's, yeah, there's that guy. There, jeez, I think I purged this one too. All right, well, then I'm just going to have to do the best I can. Okay, so we'll do Lil KB. Lil KB. He should probably get his own show now, Yeah. And we want the vagina neck. Oh, the cell phone, so he can take pictures of his super chats, so he'll remember them. There we go. And of course, I'm also forgetting the guy or our outfit that makes the puppets, and because I would certainly sing their praises. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to change this up a bit. Yep. It's a process, you understand. It's all very delicate, precise. It takes years to reach my level. So don't even try it. Don't even try. Why even try at life itself? Why? There we are. Little thing here on the top of his head. It's almost like a hat. It's almost as if you wouldn't recognize him anymore without it. It's become a part of his identity. And, well, he probably wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know. There we go. Kinda, sorta. So, there we have it. Tuki's hand. All right. Oh yeah, he does have a little fingers on this. I think, if I remember correctly. All right. At least that's the pencil parameters of said characters. Blah 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 blah. Nodak says at 10 a.m. shadow and then 5 o'clock. Yeah, 10 a.m. shadow. Nodak said, "LOL, I burst out laughing when Tookie showed the Ava puppet tonight." Yes. Yes. On Bedabbling Live and showed the tiny dangling. Oh, God, I didn't even catch that. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Well, see, surprises still aplenty. All thanks to the glory that was and will be again Hackamania. So, if you get a chance to go, do treat yourself and go. And for the most part, for me, everything worked out. Now, it seems every time when I do a trip, it stands to reason that the return trip is where things go wrong. It's like when I went to Chattanooga to hang out with Pat Dixon, which was originally supposed to be me going to Hackamania, but work. It's a long story. I scheduled it. They didn't. So they say, well, yeah, we got you set up. Really? It's the next weekend. Yeah, there's no Hackamania that weekend. So I said, you know what? I'll just go because originally I thought Pat was going to try to go, and I guess ultimately opted not to or what have you. Uh, so, and I always intended to go to Chattanooga. I said, you know what? Let me just do it, and I had a good time hanging out with Pat there. And this time, well, we were both there and all that. So, and this time, made damn sure. Look, this is what I'm doing. I need this weekend off. You know, I had to put my boot down. And then of course there was still, the program where you file your request and all that. At least for me, it was showing it didn't go through, and so I had to just, track down the boss and all that. And then it just showed every time I made a request was in there. But for me, it showed it didn't go through. It would give me error messages and stuff like that. And it's like, geez, why so many? Well, I didn't think it was getting through. Yeah, but look at it's like. Anyway, see the things I go through. But anyway, it all worked out, and I did indeed go to Hackamania. And hotel was all right. The bed was pretty good. If only I could have fallen asleep in it. And of course, the times when I'm really tired. I'm definitely going to sleep. And then I don't know what was going on, but in one of the rooms, somebody was yelling and then talking very loud. Oh God, shut up! And then eventually, they did. I would doze a bit here and there, so I know I was at least somewhat unconscious at some point. But not enough. Not enough. So. Had a great time. It was all cool and stuff. And then the time to leave came, and checked out. Got a cab pretty quick, and made it to the airport. Got to the security check, and the line was really long. And I'm like, oh no. And I thought, oh, here we go. Okay, here's where. Well, they went by pretty quickly, actually. We were in and out of there, always quick, and it's always. I have lost some weight, so when I took the belt off, I had to be careful that the pants didn't fall. They didn't. And then, okay, that's nothing. No sense complaining about that, and at this point, not. So then I make it to the terminal I got to get to, and I get plenty of time. Of course, I made sure I got there early and all that. And so I found a seat, sat down, look at the phone, stuff that I'm waiting for when the boarding call comes. And then, whoop, whoop, oh, what's this? Well, we've had to rebook your flight. It's like, and then it kept changing. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't just me, as I would later learn. And it kept changing and changing. So the original flight was no more. And then suddenly it was like, okay, so now you got to fly to Los Angeles. What? And that's what happened. And we got on the plane, and that thing was. We were packed in like sardines. It was, every seat taken, and not the seat that I had, originally chosen. You get the little map and you pick which seat you're getting. No, and I wasn't even in economy class anymore. I was just shoved to the back, and So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to sit there. That's what you're going to do. And so that's what happened. And so it was all these other people that were supposed to be on this flight or that flight. They didn't get it either, and what have you. So going to Los Angeles, never been. Well, now I have. Whoopee. They named their airport after a laxative, apparently. Lax. Strange. And I heard horror stories and stuff, and of course, because it's massive. And I was like, oh, man, I'm going to get lost and going to miss this new flight that I have to get to that'll get me to Dallas. Because I got to take a connecting flight to get out of Lake Charles. There's no direct flight anywhere except to Houston and Dallas. So if you're going to Houston and Dallas, you're pretty good. But if you're going anywhere else, well, you're still going to go to Houston or Dallas and then wherever else. But such is life. So, yeah, but I hadn't, LAX, well, I wasn't familiar with that at all. And so I was feverishly looking up, maps and videos. And of course, like I said, it changed a couple of times before the actual plane gets there. And so there was different of flights, different times, and different terminals. And finally it got to the ones, okay, this one, and so when we landed, and this was the only time this happened. The other times, whatever terminal, I was nowhere near the next terminal that I had to get to. So, you got to get on the little train, and Dallas is, the Skylink and all that. And then you got to, find it. But this one, this is the first time, landed right at the same terminal. So it was a brief walk to where I had to wait for the flight. So I said, all right, there's the silver lining, and thank God it went that way. Now, again, packed room. I mean, people everywhere. And I'm like, well, and they're all talking about the same in multiple languages and all that sort of thing. Another thing is, I don't understand people who insist on wearing flip-flops wherever they go. Especially men. And this was mostly men doing it. I don't know. Anyway, whatever, I'm always like, hey, mind your own business, and I just like, geez, this looks stupid. And I guess it is, but, So anyway, struggling to stay awake and everything, because once again, no sleep. And, of course, by the time I was there, I was already supposed to have been landing in Dallas if it had gone the way it was supposed to. But it didn't. And got on the plane, flew, and that was fine. And then in Dallas, no, I did not land at the exact spot, but it was fine. Actually, I think the Dallas airport's pretty easy to navigate. At least it was for me. And I don't go flying around. Not Mr. Well, I guess I'm Mr. Jet Set now. Not really. But so once I got there, everything was fine. I was just exhausted, stumbling around. Still had to pick up the pace because I only had mere minutes to get to the other one. And but I got there, obviously. And that all worked out. And then it was on to Lake Charles, Louisiana. And that went fine. Speaking of fine, most of the time, like the first flight I did, the female attendant was a pretty redhead. She was cute. Well, never mind about everybody else. And they all did their jobs very well. They were very professional and nice. And I have no complaints about the crew and staff and all that. But this flight home, these two girls, fantastic. Oh, my God. It was like the olden days, the cute stewardesses. Oh, these girls were beautiful. And I'm a sad, lonely old man, of course. But what do you want me to do, lie? I'm not going to lie. They were beautiful. So that was nice, after all the suffering and everything. And got home and collapsed and slept a good while. And the whole thing is worrying about, oh boy, how the hell am I going to get back on my night schedule for work? Already done, because I got up pretty early in the morning and I said, you know what? I should do a live stream talking about Hackamania and stuff. Maybe that'll work, and in those hours, it might even get an audience. Not complaining about you who showed up. I'm very happy you did. Very grateful. Thank you very much. But you know, I did, and that's like Quadfather. I met Quadfather. He says, "But you don't do any numbers." And I said, "Yeah, no, I don't." And he's just sort of sitting there, I guess, both dumbfounded. You would think there'd be something, but yeah, because other people go late and they do pretty good, certainly compared to me. But I don't know. Someone's got to lose. Guess it's gonna be me. But anyway, I couldn't do it. I immediately got very exhausted very quickly. And then I thought, well, you know what? I wonder how this will be a good start on getting back to the schedule. So I'll just go to bed. So I did, and thought, well, you know, probably like afternoon, maybe even early evening, I'll get up, stumble around, get something to eat, and then I could do a live stream then. And that's a good time to do one. And no, it was 11 o'clock when I went. It's like, holy crap. I guess I'm really tired. So, back on schedule, you know, already. So, I think. So, hopefully, at least I'll have that for when I have to return to my beloved employment. And, you know, get back to the routine. So anyway, I guess everything worked out. It could have gone so much worse, you know. Could have missed the flight in Los Angeles, and then I'm like, well, now what do I do? Then, like, the bank would probably block my card because, like, wait a minute, he never buys anything in Los Angeles. This isn't Doug. Someone got it, you know. And I'm like, no, it's me. I had to make damn sure that didn't happen in Vegas. So I went right to the bank and I said, hey, I'm going to Vegas. So, and they said, okay, yeah, we got that. And they took care of it. And sure enough, I never had any problems. And so that's good. But this was unexpected. This I did not anticipate. And had I been stuck there or something, and I don't know, would I have to get a room somewhere and wait for the next day? Who the hell knows? And or just sleep on the. Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. Is just sleep on the floor at the airport. You know, sit there in the room waiting for all eternity, and the purgatory that is really any airport. You know. So I don't know. I guess one of the planes turned out not to be all that great, which in the end is. I'm guessing that's a good thing. You don't want to be the one on the broken airplane that, hey, you know what? Just decided to stop working. And then. You know, it was always a possibility. We don't like to think about it, but we always do. So there, another little blessing that I should be grateful for instead of just bitching all the time. Because, hey, I can laugh about it now, huh? Because, you know, I'm home, I'm comfy, and all that. So, after all the troubles, the agony of getting there, you know, I'm tired, no. And then even when you get to your room and you're exhausted, you can finally, at least, that's probably the most sleep I got when I just collapsed in the room the first time I was there, the first night, you know. But And then ultimately, like, but this isn't my room. This isn't my bed. This isn't my home. I feel lost and afraid. And worst of all, it's not my toilet. It's all right, but it's not mine. The only toilet good enough for me is the one at home. But what are you going to do? You're going to use it because, So it's terrible to be at the mercy of others and inanimate objects, but well, what are you going to do? Miss yet another Hackamania? I don't think so. So there we go. So next year, well, yeah, I want to do it again. so hopefully we'll be able to do that for the next one. Gee, I wonder how that's going to turn out. Can Rocco top this performance he did? Probably. He probably can. So, and I assume he's going to make that one too. I would certainly hope so, because he's a natural for stage shows and stuff. And that's one of the things, he had to stand up and stuff like that. And when you're doing your podcast, well, it's the podcast. It's just you're watching them do it right in front of you on the stage, and that's the difference. And he had this big screen there, so all that was there for it to you kind of had almost the same experience as watching it as per usual, but for an actual sketch thing and whatnot, it'd be cool to have a little more of that. And boy, did Rocco provide. He did. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to give him the facial hair. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I don't have his picture. That's what's embarrassing. I feel stupid. And I should feel stupid. Because I should know better than this. And I do. And it's all so embarrassing. Let me delete this. I don't need that there. Oh, damn. No, that's not a good picture. Jeez. Oh, well. I'm just going to screw up everything. I'm looking at quite a bit. Yeah. Okay, he's got a picture of the other puppets on his side. Jeez, that's the first. I didn't really see this at the show, but Lil KB's head from behind, he looks like one of those mind-reading aliens from Star Trek, and from the cage or whatever, the first pilot. Look how the creature responds to stimuli and all that, yeah. All right. Look, I got the mask so people will understand just who this is supposed to be, and hopefully Rocco will forgive me for failing miserably in my attempt at artistry here. So there we go, Lil KB, and don't think you'll get away with anything, because of course he is constantly taking snaps with his trusty cell phone and all that. You got to get up pretty early in the morning if you're going to pull the wool over the eyes of Lil KB. So, yeah, Rocco's just the best. Very, very funny guy. All right, I guess that'll be the best I can do, which is kind of embarrassing to even admit to, but what am I going to do? Bird64 says, hi, Bird64. Thanks for showing up and watching me try, you know. Watch a poor, lonely, and sad man try. The Doug Nailsin Show. Nodak says, then your plane landed at a gay bar? Yeah, that would have been the next. Jeez. Yeah, that's the thing about the Fremont thing is all the spectacular and all the blaring music, which was bursting my skull open nearly. I had to get through that, past that, because, man, it's like a sonic attack and everything. But, you know, all kind of pizzazz, people flying through the sky on the little cable rides and stuff, which that's the thing I think I assume they did it. I still don't know. That Carl had to do a certain thing with that. I don't want to spoil any events in case everyone knows about it. I don't know. But I didn't get to see that because one of the few times I got sleep was during that time. So it's unfortunate. But nevertheless, so yeah, I'm going through there. And then you got, you know, the nearly naked girls dancing around. And there were these girls, you know, with their butts hanging out. It's great. And I'm like, of course I'm looking. And then I turned and there's two dudes making out. You know, couldn't there like be a section or something, you know, not right next to the beauty of the great booties that those ladies provided for all of us to enjoy. Anyway, you know, it happened. So anyway, Nodak says, TSA must be really hurting to hire people. I'm cheap and have Netflix with commercials. You know, same here. One of the commercials was an ad to apply for work for the TSA. Great benefits. Paid time off. Unless they force you to work for no pay while the government gets their heads out of their butts. They're never getting their heads out of their butts. They love it there. They've grown addicted to the smell. So, yeah. But for the most part, I didn't have any problem with them, but I guess, yeah, the staffing was still a problem. I don't know. I mean, it was way worse at the you know, it was nowhere near what people were going through a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't that. So, you know, but it was just, it was quite a line. And there were some people thinking they could, you know, get ahead of it or something. I don't know why, but they didn't, you know. So that's how that went. But I don't know that it was in reference to the problem. Although maybe some of the people quit for good. You know, when a lot of them just weren't showing up and calling in sick and stuff because they weren't getting paid. So I don't know. And so now, yeah, they're hiring. Like, hey, we've got jobs for you and yours. You know, so who knows? All right, I think this is pretty much complete. I'll have to do the color on it. I could do another drawing if I shift that over. I guess I could. Well, all right, let me go ahead and do this one drawing. I was going to draw Granny, who I don't know a whole lot about Granny other than recent events. And it's seen his, you know, show from the shed and all that. He's a really small guy. I mean, I guess he has lost some weight in recent time, and maybe that's the deal. And I was like, good Lord, that's Granny, you know? And Pat's like, yeah, that's him. Well, he had a little adventure at the show. So again, well, I guess not at the show, but it became a topic for the show. And yeah, I'll leave it there, you know. So I guess he had a good time. But yeah, I was not expecting, you know, I mean, and that's the thing, you know, you see people on these shows and then you see them in person. Like a couple of them is, yeah, that's them. I mean, pretty much. Others, you know, oh, well, it's a little different. Mostly not by much. And of course, I had no real reference. Like I said, I don't know. I guess he was always a little guy. And, but I mean, wow. It's really. So, that's it. Because, when you're in front of that camera and everything, hey, you might look a little more than you are height wise and overall, but anyway, that's about all there was for Granny. There's a little more, but he he did show up and had some amount of participation in the shows. So good for Granny, I guess. And maybe he was inspired and he's got a new outlook on life and all that good stuff. And I mean, Plaza Hotel's got to be a lot better than the Shed, I would imagine, because I don't really have any complaints. The bathroom's really small, but it's got an actual toilet in it, not a cooler, and so in my opinion, that's probably an improvement. But anyway, well, all pretty good. And like I said, I think I said the bed's good. It was comfortable, but it's not my bed. There's no place like home. There just isn't. That's why you always end up there when you click your heels. Is it 3 times? I think it's 3 times. See, that's part of the reason why it took me so long to get home. I forget all the important details. But anyway, but yeah, it's just not home. So, and no matter what you do, your soul will always know, hey, this isn't home. And so I know, but I just got to make do until I'm back. And I don't care. I'm not happy about this. You're getting no sleep. And there you are. But anyway, so there was Granny. I didn't really pay attention yet. I think there was some logo or something on his shirt, but really didn't pay that much of attention to it. He did seem to get irritated with one of the shows. He was actually sitting right next to me in one of those. And but what are you going to do? I mean, your story is what it is. And you just got to take the joke, I guess. And well, I guess he had a good time. Well, I mean, the activity. Well, I really don't know what to make of that, other than what it was. But if again, it's not my place to spoil everything. But there it is. So basically, yeah, that's it. Really, very, very thin, very, very small. Probably needs an intervention of some sort. Hopefully, he'll get better, and that'll all work out. But in the meantime, he showed up at Hackamania. Apparently, Ethan, I don't know about Scarlett. I guess they were both there. But there again, I don't know. Maybe that was one of the rare moments. I was unconscious upstairs. But nevertheless, they apparently did show up. I don't know about the nuptials because apparently Ethan is still married to his wife and doesn't know if they are well divorced, and was trying to find out. I think he called his former father-in-law, trying to. Can you imagine? hey, we're divorced, right? And but whether or not he was successful in determining that or not, I don't know. And so that's probably they didn't achieve matrimony in Vegas over the weekend, but did try to get in, I guess, at Hackamania. I think someone else, I forget who, was able to get inside, but eventually, now, you get out because you're supposed to pay to get in. Everyone else did. Who do you think you are? So I guess that's that. That's all it was. And well, sadly I missed out on all that. So, but I've drawn those two a couple of times. So that's probably, unless there's some other, and I'm sure there will be some other little incident or event that they will delve into and provide fodder for artistic expression in the future. Nodak says, at least you didn't lose your ID and have to drive all the way to Florida. Did somebody have to do that? Oh, man. No, I didn't. I still have my ID. You always have to be aware of your wallet. Always make sure it's there. And it looks like you keep touching your pocket all the time, but who cares? Do it. You may not like what you don't find. So anyway, all right. I guess I could play a video while I do the setup for, what do you call it? Photoshop. And you can enjoy that. Damn, do I even have anything? Well, here's a Bayou Crime Report. That might be all right. So I'll do that, and then we'll go into Photoshop, and I'll put color to these lovely works of art. Art. Yes. Yes, art. And now it's time for the Bayou Crime Report. Well, some stupid bitch decided to get on Instagram and go on and on about how much she wanted to kill ICE agents. Hey, I'm Red Neckerton. So, a Lake Charles woman was charged after prosecutors said she threatened in a social media video to kill ICE agents if they went into her home. I don't know why they would go into her home, unless she's saying she's an illegal alien, but I don't think so. But whatever, but already you could see the problem here. It's in her eyes. Them's crazy eyes. Oh, believe me when I tell you. That's pretty fucking crazy right there. Alex Taylor Fontenot, 27. See, that's a local girl here in Louisiana, so she's born here. What are you doing? Dumb bitch. Anyway, Alex Taylor Fontenot, 27, was indicted on one count of threats in interstate commerce on February 4th. If convicted, she faces up to 5 years in federal prison, 3 years of supervised release. KPLC obtained a copy of the Instagram video that prompted an investigation by the FBI.
Hey, Ice, guess what? This message is for
Oh my
you.
God.
Don't come to my house if you're planning on leaving.
I ain't going there.
Crazy. You step foot onto my house, you're leaving in a body
Oh,
bag.
good Lord.
I've been waiting for the day
Huh?
that I get to pew-pew a tyrannical government uprising. And guess what? My dad just pew-pewed and murdered my mom.
Huh?
So I have all this mental rage and anger.
You seem happy about it. She's
You come to my
smiling.
house, you'll actually be helping me aim it in a positive direction. Don't worry. No one will get hurt. You'll be dropped like flies immediately. So you won't feel a thing. The GOP had ample opportunities to abolish the Second Amendment.
No, they didn't.
Before they
You don't even know how
realized
that goes, you dumb
that what they're
bitch.
doing is going to cause a revolution from
Oh,
the American
get
people
out.
against a tyrannical government. So
We
can
already
I
had
ask,
that.
please, I
It's
beg
called the
you,
Demon
I
Crap
beg
Party.
you. I beg you. Because you're not leaving. It'll actually be very therapeutic for me.
Huh?
My therapist
Oh, of
did
course, you had a
recommend I find
therapist.
hobby
Fuck,
or
lot of
healthy
good that
outlet
did.
to
You see
release
the
my
results.
pent-up rage and anger into.
So why, so if you walk into my house, count your f***s because you're turning into my hobby.
So Camille, this goes out to you for helping me find my next outlet.
Holy shit. Well, the clue was always there. You could totally see it in the eyes. It's always in the eyes. And once you see that, get your ass out of there. That bitch is shit crazy. Anyway, Fontenot referenced the October shooting death of her mother. Fontenot's father was arrested after allegedly killing his wife before trying to kill himself. So, what's the daughter do about all this? Well, she decides to have homicidal fantasies about people she don't know and didn't have jack squat to do with the death of her mama. ICE didn't do it. GOP didn't do it. Trump didn't do it. Your daddy did it. Now I can understand you being mad at daddy. Something, especially for that. But holy shit, here you are giggling and smiling about it all. How you gonna honor your dead mama's memory? You're gonna sit there and fantasize about murder. You dumb bitch. Anyway, in a screenshot of the Instagram video obtained by 7 News, that's KPLC, several hashtags are listed in its caption, including hashtag fuck ICE, you bitch, hashtag abolish ICE, you bitch, hashtag tyrannical government, you bitch, that's the government you voted for, you bitch. Hashtag Revolution 2026. Oh, yeah. And impeach Trump. What? Again? Holy shit. That's all you guys ever do. Dumb bitch. Oh, man. But if you're ever worried about coming across something like this, you got to study them eyes. You can see it. It's right there. That's telling you she's got some devil in her. Oh, yeah. So anyway, at least she had the courtesy to announce her intentions so the FBI could show up and throw her ass in jail. 'Cause that's where she belongs, in a cage, 'cause she's a savage beast of a creature. Anyway, the Bayou Crime Report, I am Red Neckerton, reminding you to keep your goddamn holes clean. The Bayou Crime Report is a presentation of Nailsin Productions. All right. Back to Photoshop, but I'm having some technical issues. And no, not that one. Is it this one? It's this one, isn't it? No, not that one either. Why aren't you? Oh, wait, I grabbed the wrong one. No, still the wrong one. Jeez. Why is Photoshop going to mess up all over the place? It's always something. No, I think it's this one. There it is. Oh, I need to change that too. Hang on, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, that should do it. There we go. What's this? No, nothing. Okay. All right. Huh. I just drew the thing. I don't even remember doing that. Jeez. That's somewhat disturbing. I think that'll do it. I think it's all good to go. Might want to go a little bit, something like that. That's a little too much. There we go. Got enough there. And that'll do for Granny. Were there any serious issues here? I don't think so. Just going to have to fill in a bit of this, that, and the other. Now let me go pick up on some chat here very quickly. Nodak. I should be showing these. Nodak says, yeah, Granny lost his ID and someone offered to drive him. Jeez. To Florida. That's even further than where I live. Wow. So, I guess he made it home okay, huh? I mean, I don't know. No, stupid. Like this. Is it showing? Yeah, it is. Jeez. Saber Cadabra, it was great to meet you, Doug. It was great to meet you too, Saber. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Saint Ranger. I still like the AI song, Nelson Don't Care. Yeah, that's one of the first ones I did. I think it's, yeah, that's the one I wrote too. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll pull it out and dust it off at some point. But thank you, Saint Ranger. Scooney says, Doug, your doppelganger is streaming live with Uncle Jack right now. Doppelganger. Did they make a puppet of me? Nodak says, hello? Am I not? Is the audio working? Don't tell me it's doing that again. Because, I mean, do tell me if there's no audio. But holy crap, I'm going to be. It's not doing it. Okay. I guess that was just because of the delay I took to get back. Sorry about that. We're back. Yeah. Okay. What's this here? Matthew Weagle, 223. Hope you're well, Doug. Well, yeah, I guess I am. But I was, tired. So very tired. And all that. We're loud and clear. Okay, great. Everything is wonderful. Fancy free and fruity fresh and all that goody gumdrop stuff. So, all right. As per usual, a lot is lost when I convert these to the painterly filter. But I don't know. Well, I do know. You see all these like spots and stuff. There was tons of those where the black part of the ink just doesn't come through in the scanner. And so Well, I don't like that. So we'll go ahead and do this, do that, maybe that. A little bloop, bloop. I don't know. I may take the mustache out because he didn't have one at the time. I might just do that. I'm starting to have second thoughts about my own drawing. Imagine that. I know you don't have to because I have second thoughts, third thoughts, 3 million thoughts, long after it's been complete. Because, well, we don't have forever, do we? No, we don't. No, we do. We act like we do, but we don't. Not even me. All right, let's get in there, stupid. All right, there you go. We'll just add a little line there. We'll put that there. And whoops, see? Yeah, you thought you got me. Yeah, it usually does. So I don't know what I'm thinking. Like I'm someone who can boast. I can't boast about nothing. Here we go. We'll do that. Kind of open this up a little. Yeah, just a little openness there for a little tookie. Right there. Just ever so gently. Not too much. We don't want to go too far. There we go. And we got that right there. Let's see. What the hell did I do to Rocco's ear? I don't know, but look how quickly I fixed that. It's outpatient surgery. It's painless. And he's on his way rejoicing. It's perfectly fine. Okay, we'll fill in this little detail for Tuki's hand. And I only gave him 4 fingers. I don't even know if that's accurate. Well, I can always just sort of go back in later and add another one. Probably right about there, something like that. But time is of the essence. I intended to do a Nailsin Live stream as well. I'll probably take a little break, come back and do that. Because, I don't know, there was some convention somewhere. It wasn't next door to us. Where all kinds of new movies. And I think a couple of shows. I'm probably getting that wrong. We're announced, so, I'll do a little rundown on that. And provided I'm still alive after all that, I will have to do Wednesday comics. Put that. And then go back to bed. And hopefully be rested up enough to show up for Pop Culture Breakdown on Doomcock's channel. Overlord DVD. That is the channel. And I don't know what the agenda is. The movie that we love segment will be Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I did catch that. So there you go. It's been forever since I've seen it. But I do agree it's a good movie. So, yeah. There's that. Yeah. There is. All right, there's Lil KB. Lil KB. There we go. We'll get rid of that. We'll take some of the extreme bold line there. Yes, we don't need that. We don't. We'll take care of the phone as well. All right. We'll do this and that. And I think that'll well maybe made a little mistake there, but that's all right. That's all right. This is why the eraser is here. That's right. And there we go. No need to panic. Everything is fine. We're all going to be okay. I know the house is on fire. It'll work its way out. Don't worry. It's perfectly fine. No need to panic. Everybody relax. It's going to be a. Don't worry about the noises you hear. The screams? Well, people do that from time to time. So don't worry about that. Everything will be perfectly fine. It's very relaxing, and we're all happy. We're all so very, very happy. Yes. Yes. Yes, we are. All right, there we go. I think that'll work there. For God's sakes, work so I can hurry up and put the damn color in. And there we go. I think. What the hell is all this? Man. I mean, I guess in the original drawing it sort of made sense. But I'm not going to go back and look. I want this to be done. Now, let's see. So the first color will be yellow for the outline of the El Horrible mask. There we go. Well, look at you. I think it's like this. I'm too lazy to even look that up. There we go. The Musk. Probably. Oh, damn it. Do this right in front of my audience. Just did that to muck me. Okay. All right, that pretty much covers that one. Oh, that'll go right into his ear. Well, we can't have that. See? You see how it does me? It thought, hey, you're going to go right in there and turn him blue, and you're going to be all pissed off. Yeah, well, I caught that one. It didn't work at all, did it? No. No, it didn't. Okay. Get out of there. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Whoopsie, 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 whoopsie. There we go. See? Bloop. Everything's fine. Everything. Oh, yeah. That's probably important. We get all this done. We will. I don't know why I say we. It's just me. I will do this. I will do this. And damn it, little spots everywhere. I mean, it's not like it's going to show up from a distance, but since I know it's there, it's always going to gnaw at my brain. And I don't know about you, but I don't care to have my brain gnawed. I've never really grown accustomed to that. I guess people do in their own way. Damn it. I thought that would work better than it did. A little. And even littler. There we go. All right. Hey, that's cool. This is cool too. All right, now as I remember, I think there's like a green, isn't there? Little mohawk thing on the. Damn it! How do I forget these things? I think it's green. Maybe not the same green as Tukey, but well, we're gonna go with it. There's my folder. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Wow, boy, it all fit. I didn't have to go in and correct it. That's rare. It's a rare occurrence. Tis indeed. Tis indeed. It's a little bit lighter than that, isn't it? I think. Maybe that. Yeah, I think that's right. Holy crap. Almost perfect. Jeez. Mark this on your calendar. An amazing thing just occurred. Almost perfection. in the immediate application of color. This is quite the rarity of Mr. Nailsin. The hell is that? Oh, it's my phone. All right, what? Nothing of significance. You can stay over there so that you will not be making noise. I don't want to hear that. As slight as it was, still. I'm a busy man, don't you? Oh, damn it! How'd that happen? Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there you are. Look at that. You see how infinitesimal? Jeez. Still, a little snot managed to humiliate me. Me! In the middle of my own street. Which is, the best place to do it, I guess. All right, so a little more spot here and there. And, oh, no, here's another one. Here's another one. Can I complete my thought now? Okay, I think that'll... No! Damn it! Oh, wow, that's kind of interesting, though, isn't it? It's like there is no outline. Yes. But can't have it. All right. This will do, I think. Broop, broop. Damn, even that's almost perfect. Wow. And I mean, look, no one's ever going to achieve perfection. But almost? Let's see you do that, huh? Yeah. All right, so we'll give a sickly parlor to or pallor, I guess, not parlor. Anyway, for Lil KB. What? Damn, even that. Even Lil KB. I knew there'd be a catch. Lil KB, of course, got to stick it to me, There we. Oop. Okay. There we go. That should solve everything. And thus, Lil KB comes to life. Right before your very eyes. It's true. There we go. Maybe a little bit here. A little dab will do ya. And now the pinkness of the phone. Maybe a little gray here for the glasses. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what color shirt. I don't even know if there is one for that. I guess there is. I'm forgetting already. Like a sad old man losing his mind to the onset of early dementia. Live. For you. Yeah. So there we go. All right. Thus, like I said, Lil KB is he's right there. Yeah. There we go. We put that there, and oh yeah, that's supposed to be his glasses. Give it a different kind of gray. Not that it'll matter. And then the other one has disappeared. So perhaps we'll add it right there. Yeah, that'll work. And the sickly poly. Oop. Not entirely complete, but complete enough. Oh, yes. We must, of course, detail the neck. That's one of the main features. There we are. A nice. So, all right. Lil KB. Lil KB. All right. Now for Mr. Rocco. Bloop. Oh, jeez. Now it's making it like he's naked. He wasn't naked. At least, not that I could see. So we'll put this right here. I bet you this is it. The little bastard got right, these little lines. Photoshop likes to screw with me because it can. It's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, nerd? And I'm like, shut up. Just shut up. And he's like, that's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, damn. See, I just screwed up again. So, yeah, see, you can't even do it when you're not paying attention. And I just got to live with that. I'll just have to take it. Yeah, see, I think I made a mistake here. I think I'm going to go ahead. Shit, what did I do? Well, I probably screwed that up too. So there we'll go and take all that away. We will do this, that, and the other. That can go. And little by little. And we'll take some of this out right here. All that should work. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take that. And maybe put, oops. What the hell? How is it? Well, I don't know. The things you do for art. Yes. Yes, my dedication to the arts. No, not a dedication to the early 2000s. Whatever. Here we go. We'll do that. We'll do that. And then we'll back off. Now, what's left to do? Well, his shirt. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe kind of somewhere in between gray and maybe blue, something. I don't know. Anyway, well, the only thing left to do is to give some amount of value and texture to it all. Well, maybe not texture, but more shadow, value, that sort of thing. That usually works, and it's really just a matter of, the shadow. You darken some areas in. There, we'll do this with little KB. There, I'll probably have to go over with some amount of overlapping pinkness for the face. Sometimes a little KB gets a little rambunctious, a little excitable about things, and it can show in the color of his face. It can. Same thing here for Tukey with some amount of definition in the hand here, off to the side. Some amount here and there. Some here for the eyes. Yes. Oops. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to find out who does Tukey's hair and makeup. But he looked great. He looked his best. All right. Here we'll add some color to the lips here. That kind of thing. A little definition to the mask. The little mohawk thing. All that. Okay. Now, some of this. Let's see here. The next thing, since I decided not to do the mustache, we can still do the 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. Some of this here. So this will also guarantee some amount of definition. A little bit there, but that's will become purpose. He does not have, you know, stubble in his eyelids. He doesn't. And then we go over again with that, and you see, you get a little more there, a little bit. And then, well, I don't want him to look like he's. Well, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. All right, there we go. The hand is going numb for some reason, doing Photoshop color. And I don't know, maybe it's the position I'm in to keep my face closer to the microphone while I work on this. And my hand smashes into the edge of the desk while I'm working the mouse. Whatever it is, it does go numb. Now it's back. Okay, so see, I babbled on in between as the blood returned to my hand. So I don't know what. Oh, I do know the background. I think I do. Yeah. There we. Oh, nope. There. Okay. So it's now an image that can be used again and again in many different. Well, that's not it. Where's oh, here we go. That's not. Yeah. It's a good thing too. Does it? No, it doesn't. All right. Where did I put the? This is the no, it's not the Hackamania folder. Where's my Hackamania folder? Damn it! It was supposed to be open on the Hackamania folder. Damn it. Well, let me, yeah, try that. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right, there you go. That's what the setup looked like, or the, you know, the showroom and stuff. So now, let's see. I will concentrate this as such. There we go. I guess, well, good enough. And size. Yes, size does matter. I'm sorry, but it does. Whoops. Maybe I did too much there. Let me see. Yeah, you don't need to be that big. Okay. Come on, stupid. All right. Maybe I do want it like that. I don't know. Yeah, all right. That'll work. Okie dokie. And we go back to our stars. And, oh, good Lord, they're huge. Well, it doesn't matter. See? Like that. Sound effects cost extra, but it's worth it. And there we are, our stars. But Hackamania, live from the Plaza Hotel at Las Vegas, Nevada. And a lovely time was had by all. So I do another layer here, and the layer, and then I go into sketch, halftone pattern, and we do that. There you go. See, it almost looks like this was, you know, almost like a professional did it or something. You know. I mean, not really, but, you know, we can pretend. There we go. We'll give it a little shine. There we are. And a little there, a little there, something there. Yeah. Yeah, he's good. All right, there we are. The mastermind and his creations, many more to come, and gave quite the send-off for a great weekend of hilarious shows. All right, so finally, poor Granny, hopefully he made it home safely. I did not know that he had lost his ID. Good Lord. What a scary situation. I would not want to be in that. You see, I'm bitching and complaining about my return trip. And, you know, other people had it worse than that, butthole. So why don't you shut up and quit bitching, you know? And he'd be right, you know? So I guess I shouldn't. I mean, I'm still going to bitch about it to someone else who hadn't heard it yet, you know? Probably when I get to work, I'll say, oh, yeah, well, let me tell you what happened. You know, they messed up my return trip. It's not what I paid for, you know? Well, that's the thing. I actually got, I guess, like, they're just going to have to eat the flight to Los Angeles, you know? So you know, they tried to make amends for it all. And, I mean, I'm home, you know, and I got home, you know, it was still technically Monday, and that's when I was supposed to get home. And so I did. So, yeah, there's worse things out there, you know? Oh, crap, I forgot I think he's got like a mustache. Well, we'll fix that. Whoops. There, we'll do it like this at first. But I'm going to have to change all that up a bit. Yeah. And this. Whoops. And this. All right. So, his hair. Now, in the rooms, in the showers, you've got these little soap dispensers. And in the shower, there is one that has shampoo in it. I didn't use it. I brought my own. But, you know, if you didn't have any, you could use it and wash your hair. I mean, I don't know if it I mean, I'm no expert. It just looked like perhaps he didn't avail himself to that. But, you know, to each their own. It's really none of my business. Come on. Here you go. Maybe that. I don't know. And then I can do what I think was his mustache. Oh, geez, that's a little too much. Well, this is probably terrible, and I apologize to Mr. Granny. But this happens. I'm usually always terrible on the first go-around of the different drawings of people. Why is it? Oh, this is why. I got it on the wrong brush. Okay, that's a little better. We'll do it like that. See? And there we go. All right. Here we are. Yep. Doop. Yep. Doop. We'll do all this. We'll get that. Make sure every hair is in place. Get his hair just right. Add a little mustache too. All right. And I don't know what the drink was. I didn't really pay attention. So now, some amount of detail. There's the shirt. There. The pants. And, you know, I guess that'll do it. So, I think we'll take some of the color out, actually. Because, look, it didn't look well. Hopefully it'll get better, but I guess that's shed life for you. I don't know. Oops. Did it? Yeah. Deselect. All right. Oh, his shoe. There we go. I think he had white shoes on. Or, you know, I don't, there again, didn't really pay attention. There was some sort of logo on the shirt. Yeah, I forget. Anyway, there we have it. The, some choice selections from Hackamania for you to enjoy. Rendered by yours truly. You know, me. Anyway, Matthew Eagle says, any day above ground, sir. LOL. Yeah, I guess so. That's the best we can hope for. Neat. Gary should find some cool trivia on that one. Of course, I'm already forgetting. Matthew Eagle, I enjoy watching you draw. I used to watch Meat Canyon. I see. All the time, but he rarely streams drawing anymore. I try to draw, but am very inhibited by talent or lack of. LOL. Oh, that's all right. Tommy Jordan. Yeah, I met Tommy Jordan in person, and he actually found a towel for me to wash off the damaged drawings and stuff. So, you know, that was nice. And gave him a drawing, you know. So let me see here. Great to meet you. Yeah. Great to meet you, Doug, and thank you for the artwork. What a weekend. You are a legend. Salute. Well, thank you, Tommy. The granny, yeah, never mind. But anyway, it was nice meeting you, Tommy. And see, everyone had a great time over at Hackamania. I recommend it. I do. Looks great. All right. Sabra says, great art, Doug. Why, thank you, Sabra. Very nice. Thank you. Matt Weagle says, well done. Nodax says, it could probably just say booze on the can, LOL. Yeah, more than likely. That's probably the deal. And, you know, that's how that went for that edition of Hackamania. You know, and then I come home and draw this. If I did a series, I suppose I could keep using the theater background. That might work. Hell, I could even put Granny in there. Let's see. We'll take out these guys. We'll put Granny in the theater. So there he is, but just not that big. More, maybe like if he was standing at the top, you know. If he's on the steps, we got to go even smaller, like that. Maybe like this. And there. Maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, maybe that is probably more accurate. Yeah. What? Who knows, Granny? I certainly don't. So I put those guys, maybe put him in the back here, and he's hey, yeah, like that, you know. Something like that. Anyway, there we go. There's, well, the work I've done, for now. So anyway, I'm going to take a break and whatnot. And then, I hate to say I'm actually going to do it. What if I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like it anymore? That would be terrible. So, but then, next up will be Nailsin Ratings Live, talking about movies made for nerds. And then I should do a Mr. Nailsin's Wednesday Comics, even though that gets no views whatsoever. So maybe it's time to let it go, but not just yet. But anyway, I'll do that as well. Well, it's not even 5 o'clock yet, so this is all doable. It is. So now I have no excuse. So anyway, there we go. Thanks for watching and listening to me babble on while I draw these pictures, and we'll do it again or something similar soon. So let me, as I slowly get to where is the ready-made theme song? Is this it? It's going to have to be. And I'll talk to you and visit with you again soon. Yeah. That's a promise. It's like a date or something, but nothing serious. Nothing serious.